the Switch is only still appealing towards the anime slash weeaboo audience. Even this E3, all we got was more anime games like Fate X Stellar Umbrella style. We got more anime games coming. We got BlazBlue, which is an anime game, coming to the Switch. We got King of Fighters coming to the Switch as an anime game. The only other games again are indie games. Our Nintendo fans have to suffer with are the crappy indie games that nobody wants. Indie games and are so terrible. Like indie games. Well, you have a game called Rime coming to the Switch. You have Cave Story, which has been on like every Nintendo console. You have a port of like some other crappy indie game that nobody cares about. You have the new hip and trend. I bet Undertale is coming to Nintendo Switch, but it's not confirmed yet. And there's two Shovel Knight games. Two Shovel Knight games. Two. Snake Pass, which I mentioned like 100 times, is an indie game. Stardew Valley is another indie game. Story of Seasons is an anime game, but it's proven again that it's only gained anime games. Oh yeah, it's getting Terraria, which Terraria is an indie game. Tohu's an anime game. Torna is an indie game. Street Fighter 2 is just a crappy old game that nobody wants. And the other games that are coming to the Switch are old games that nobody wants anymore, like Street Fighter 2 and several other old games that came out years ago that they can play on the PC or the Xbox One or PS4 already, like Skyrim, Minecraft. They can play on basically like every single platform already. You can play it on the Wii U, even. You can play it on the 360, Xbox One, PS4, PS3, PS Vita, PC, mobile, and probably like every single console in the world. Then we're getting of course Nintendo's games. We're getting a bunch of baby Lego games. Because of course we have to have the Lego games at like every single console, since that's what they have been doing for a while. We got much more indie games like Has-Been Heroes, an indie game. And then we have some more indie games. Well, the games that are in like black are most indie games. Cube Life, an indie game. Constructor, I never even heard of it. Oh, here's games that are based off movies, like House Free was basically on every platform, and Just Dance is on every platform. Game that nobody cares about. Azure Strike a Gunvolt, it's a freaking anime game. And you're telling me that the Switch has games. All indie games and anime games are games that no one buys. Because either on every other, oh yeah, Binding of Isaac on practically every platform. It's an indie game, and no one's buying it. Blast Master, Zero, another indie game. Have most of these games that the Switch are getting are all indie. No major AAA most AAA titles unless it's an anime game are not coming to the Switch. Destiny 2, Skull and Bones, Assassin's Creed Origins, many others like Monster Hunter World is not even coming to the Switch. But the Japanese people are getting like a remaster of a 3DS game. And we're getting a bunch of other games. That nobody wants, like No More Heroes. I don't know why people wanted No More Heroes so badly that they had to announce another one. What's so special about No More Heroes? Oh yeah, no longer still influence another anime game, One Piece anime. Like, you can obviously see how they're like old games, or Mutant Mudds is an indie game. Indie games, Mutant, yep, that's another anime game, and many other games, and there's also a game in Mighty Number 9 port for the Switch. Mighty Gun for Burst is a Mighty Number 9 game for the Switch. That's all it is. Mighty Number 9 for the Switch. But then we gotta get to some of Nintendo's awful games that they're coming out with, like Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. I was surprised and shocked the new Bubsy game is skipping the Switch, because Bubsy was on the Super Nintendo, and even though nobody bought it and nobody's probably gonna buy a new one, it was still on the Nintendo console. Oh yeah, Dragon Quest is an anime game. Dragon Ball Xenoverse, the Sky 5 of all anime. Most of these games are just niche games that nobody's gonna buy. Like, there's only a few mainstream anime games which are based off of, like, the big series like Dragon Ball Z and Naruto, but only one of the two are coming to it. Nobody cares about One Piece in America, besides, of course, the weeaboos. Like, One Piece is just a ripoff of like other pirate shows, like Pirates of the Caribbean and other pirate movies and stuff. Overall, the Switch still has no games. Either games that have already been on other platforms such as the PS Vita, and other consoles like years before, but they're getting late ports, or games that we've seen already, but with a new coat of paint. That's basically the Switch's lineup.